Hello students, I am Dr. Sajid Undekar, Principal, Darul Rahmat Trust, AE Kalsekar Degree College, Kausa Mumra. Today I am going to take a topic from Math book in EVS for FI BCom Semester 1 as per the University of Mumbai syllabus. And the topic from here, the first topic, that is a map and its element. So let's begin with this particular topic, that is a map. You have seen the maps right from 5th standard to 12th standard, and the varieties of the map we have seen. But if you realize or recollect how you have seen the map, so map is nothing but it is a picture or it is a drawing. It is a pictorial representation of the area or the surface of the area, whether it is a world map or India map is there. So there will be a pictorial representation of the surface of the area of or partly or full part of the surface on the plain paper. But here it is the when you are taking this particular map, then that map has been taken on a proper scale. That is very important. You have drawn the diagram or the drawing which we have done, or we have taken the picture. It has taken in a particular scale. That is 1 centimeter is to how many kilometers, or that will be the based on that how much area will be covered. So here the whatever the map is there, it can make out manually, can prepare manually, or it can make out mechanically, and we have to visualize the model of that selected element of the whole part of the earth, and that will be we are going to see as a map in 1D, 2D as well as now 3D. These are the various varieties of the map we have. Not only the world map we have, but we have nowadays we are going to get the map of moon and some celestial bodies also. So when you are going to define the map, it is just be defined as a pictorial representation of the surface of the earth or part of the surface of the earth. That's what we have been making of that part. But in that, when you are going to see the graphical representation, that will be two important things has been shown in the map. One is cultural and the second one physical environment. So these two environment has been shown in that particular map. So there will be the keyword which will be there in the definition is there. It is a graphical representation. So when you are going to define this particular definition of a map, there will be some important keywords here to remember. That is, the map is a graphical representation, and whatever the usual visual representation is there, that will be a phenomenon to be molded. The second definition is there, that will be based on the three important things. One, reduce. So here the area has been reduced. In a small paper we are going to show you the full world. So here the area has been reduced. So scale what we have taken 1 centimeter to 1000, 2000 kilometer. So area will be covered a maximum. And that is the selective one. What type thing what we are going to show into that particular map? The selective one. Just I want a map of South Bombay. So that is my selective one. So now I just want to know that in that particular map, those historical places, only I want the historical. So that is my selective one. Similar one, whatever you are going to use, the historical places, we use some symbol for them. For example, fort, we have one symbol. So that will be shown on that particular graphical representation. So then that will be the shown as a map. So here reduce, selective, and the graphical representation of with the help of the symbols we have been shown the map, and on the basis of the design, yes, on the basis of the design, what is contained is there, and the construction, the map has been classified into several types. The first one is a relief representation, means the elevation when you are going to consider hypometric and planimetric. Planimetric means on the plain ground. The type of scale, we have small scale, medium scale and large scale. That definition we'll see in the later part. Then type of information, that is depending upon the general purpose, thematic, that is the temperature one, or a special purpose. Then there are some maps will be there, only it is restricted for the military areas. So there in that there are the general maps will be given, and there will be border area will be there where we want to have the strategic maps will be there, tactical maps and photo maps. So these are given for the commandos, navy, air force, as well as the army. So these are the maps, they are not easy available to the common layman. So when you want any research in that particular area where this is the restricted map, then the permission has to go up to the high level. Sometimes we get the map or sometimes we could not get, depending upon the importance of that particular area. Then the next one is technical base, serial maps, individual maps will be there. Then publish base, that is a physical map of India. Then the political map where we are showing the various states, or in that state various district we are going to show. Then the next one, visibility map, real maps and the visual maps. The next one, the reduce, refer to all the maps which are more or less used where they are reproduced at a smaller scale than the actual phenomena being has been mapped. So that is what we are going to make out. So that the large area we want to cover into a small area depending upon the scale on the plain paper what we have been selected into that. Then the selective one. So in that selective one we have a purpose. What purpose? For example, we want to make a map for the disaster management, because nowadays anytime anything will be happen, whether it will be man-made disaster or it will be a natural disaster, depending upon the location, whether it is based on the zones which have been made for the earthquakes, volcanoes, floods which are there normally which is happening. So the disaster management team of that particular area, those areas which are regularly going for the floods, that is Assam area or central India, that is the part, Bihar, that will be there. Nowadays Rajasthan also having the floods, Gujarat is having the floods. Nowadays threat will be there in the Maharashtra also we have the floods which are there. We have seen so many times. That is the Sangli, Kolhapur area. Nowadays Pune is also coming under the threat. Bombay is also there. So if we are making that particular plan, then at that particular time of the disaster, where are the important locations where we can get the water storage at a higher level, where we can get the availability of the boats which are required, or where we can have the shelter at a higher elevation. So where we can get the trained people, their locations, everything will be there in that particular map has been shown. So these are called as the selective map. Similarly, the hospital, here we given the hospital. So in a one city, how many hospitals are there? One will be the government hospital, so hospital will be there, or sometimes we have the corporation hospitals are there. In addition to this, how many private hospitals are there? If anything is happening like a COVID, then how many people will accommodate into that particular hospital? So where we can get all the facilities which are available, oxygen, that is a very, very important one, whatever the medicine which will be available. So these are called as the selective maps. Then the third one, the symbolize, where the idea of extracting from the map, that is once you use some symbol, that is called as convention signs. Say example, we have a map of India, and in that we want to just make the, where are the airports are there. So we will have some symbols. So this, with that symbol we can recognize that these are the airports are there in this particular vicinity. Similar one, where we have the Air Force station, where we have the Navy's establishments are there. So everything will be shown in that particular map with some symbols. So these symbols are very, very important, and that is called a symbolized map. Similarly, we have the different types of map. Then in that we'll see the topographical map. So this is the map which shows you the surface of the area, whatever the landform which are available on the surface of the earth, and the culture that will be shown in that landscape. So mountains, plateaus, valleys, river, lakes, everything will be shown. Not only this one, in addition to the cultural landscape which have been made by the man-made, like towns, villages, road, railways, dam, tunnel, bridges, and so many things will be there. So this is the with the convention symbols, we can read out this particular map. So this is called as the topographical map. To read out the maps, certain things you should know. That is a very, very important one. The first one, when you hold a map in your hand, for example, this is your map. When you are holding this map, then the top portion will be always called as the north, the bottom is given as the south. The right hand will be given as east, and the left will be given as the west. So these are the convention signs will be there. So north, south, east, west, these are the symbols which have been mentioned in that particular thing. So north, south, that is top and bottom, then east and the west. So south as well as north, which is vertical top and bottom is given. Say first one, in that particular any map which is there, in that we are shown latitudes. These are the horizontal lines which are imaginary lines. Remember, these are not been there on the surface. These are the imaginary dotted lines we have been drawn on that paper on the globe, and these are fixed everywhere in the world. It is fixed. Nothing is going to change on the globe. And these are the horizontal lines. How many lines are there? 180 degrees. These are the lines which are there in 180 numbers, and from the center equator it will be 0 line, and as you go towards the north pole, as you go to the south pole, the number is go on increasing. Say example, towards the north pole it is 90 degree, and towards the south pole it is the 90 degrees. So total we have 180 degrees. Now the next lines which are there, the vertical lines, north pole to the south pole. These are the lines which have been drawn. They are in 360 degrees. Yeah, they are the 360 number. And the longitude, which is 0, is there, which is measured at Greenwich in the London. And from there it has been done. So vertical as well as horizontal line. So here again we'll see the latitudes are the horizontal lines and the verticals are the longitudinal lines. Latitudes are 180, whereas longitudes are 360. See now, this is the map we have been shown, the India map, and in that map, how are you going to read out the latitudes and longitudes? Yes, so here we are giving you the example. Longitudes 68 degrees, 7 minutes, 33 seconds. So one line comma will be giving you the minutes and 2 commas will be given as a second. So 68 degree, 7 minutes, 33 seconds east, that is Saurashtra, whereas 97 degrees, 24 minutes, 47 seconds east, it is Arunachal Pradesh. So it is east-west, we have seen Saurashtra is in the west and Arunachal Pradesh is in the east, whereas the latitudes north-south 8 degree, 4 minutes, 28 seconds north, that is Kanyakumari, and on the top, that is south, north part, 37 degrees, 17 minutes, 53 second north, that is the Jammu Kashmir. So the Jammu Kashmir and Kanyakumari, that is the north-south, as well as Saurashtra and Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the way of writing of latitudes and longitudes. Everyone should remember these are the what we have, the grid lines, the latitudes and longitudes has been marked and it has been written on everywhere, but nobody carefully, whenever you see any map now, see the latitudes and longitude, can find out and try to familiar with that and try to recollect the thing from that particular maps. The second important point which you can read out from that particular map is the scale. in which particular scale the map has been prepared. Yes, in the scale we have the linear measurement of the map. So whatever actual distance which is present on the ground, we want to make it on the paper. So whether if you measure 1 centimeter on the plain paper, then how much equivalent the distance will be there on that particular 2 points on the ground, whether it make 1 kilometers, whether 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers. So that is the way the scale which has been given. Now where these things are given, where the map is there on the below the map, it is written on the center, the scale of the map. 1 centimeter is equal to how many? The plotting has been given. The black and white lines will be shown, and each particular thing has given. If a large area is covered in a map, yes, if a large area, for example, if you compare a small scale, it is taken only the South Bombay. It is a small scale. But if you take the large scale India map, it is small scale map. Large scale, so 1 centimeter is equal to 50 kilometer. That is a large area is covered, and that is called as the small scale, because 1 centimeter is equal to 50 kilometer. But if 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer, then the area which is covered is a small, and that is called as the large scale map. So remember the term small scale, where the scale is 1 to 50 kilometers or 100. So area will be covered large. So that is a small scale map. But as compared, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. A small area will be covered, and that is called as the large scale map. Yes, you can see this is the way the scale has been written. 1 is to 24,000, 1 is to 50,000, that will be given. But right on the side, it is given 1 cent is equal to 20,000, that is 1 mile, that has been given. Next point, the index number of the Toposheet. So that is also been written over there on that particular Toposheet number. Towards the right hand side corner, if you see that particular, when you see the Toposheet map, if you start from here, now my part is there, this will be my left hand. If you come it as towards from you, left to the right. If you come over here, here it is a district name is given. Then the next point is given the area, year in which it is surveyed made. Then that will be the next one. The deviation from the true north, because the map which is prepared in the previous year, that particular true north has been given. So we can calculate after 100 years, 200, if you get the map, how much deviation is there, you can calculate. In the center, it is given the state, and in the last extreme, it is given the Toposheet number. So that is the given. So the index number will be there. So that has been published, and now here, whatever the Indian subcontinent is there, the survey of India has been established by the British people in 1767, and at that particular point, they have been divided the subcontinent into 4 minute latitude into 4 minutes longitudes, and the square has been prepared. So that will be given. If 4 into 4 is there, then it is called as 1:1, 1 inch Toposheet map. If it is 1:2 is there, then it is called as the half-inch map. If 1:4 is there, then it is called as the quarter-inch map. So remember, these are the terms. Whenever you see such symbols, you can recollect the things that it is 1 inch, half-inch. That is the old particular what we called as the maps which are called 1 inch, half-inch, and quarter-inch map. So in that, the Toposheet will cover 15 into 15. These are the numbers which will be given as 48 by 2, 48 by 6. Yes, this is the Indian. Now I can see the Toposheet numbers which are there. They are fixed, and it is not going to change any part of the word, and that has been completely fixed. So this is there. Now we will take some example. You can see the center part where we can get, it is the how much is there? That is the 50 5. So the number which is given 45, 46, 47, like this vertical numbers are given. So this is 4 into 4 inch mark. Now we have selected the center part and that is made the round part. That is the, we have taken as a 55. Now this 55 again quadrant is divided into 16 quadrants. And now the alphabets we use, capital A, B, C, D use, and it is vertical, it is given A, B, C, D, then E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and M, N, O, P. So this is the way. And now I am selected the 55 index number, then the next I selected the patch is the P. And again the P has been divided into 16 quadrants. Again, the quadrants are given the vertical name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not more than that. Everywhere 4 quadrant will be there. 4 into 4 quadrant is there. 8, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I taken 55P7. That is the one option as there. The second option, instead of going for the number northeast, southwest, then southeast, southwest, so that is also with this. But normally 40, and the say here we are written as 55 P by 7. So this is the way the Toposheet number adjoining also you know this particular part. So this is the way the Toposheets are given. So this is the what we have, the Toposheets and everything which will be shown here, color symbols, everything has been used and it will be read it now. Next one, the direction which have been given now. The map projected that the vertical part of the top, it is the north and bottom is the south. That is the convention. Many azimuthal properties which have been there. Left is west and east is on the right hand side. Yes, this is the map orientation. Hold, the top is the north and bottom is the south. As compared to my right hand, we have the east and my left hand is the west. Directions we have already done now. How their directions have been mentioned. Now what are the information will be read from the Toposheet map? What is the name of the district, year in which it is surveyed, name of the state, magnetic variation from the true north, then the Toposheet number. So these are the, and in addition to this, there are the colors which use in the map. So with that color, scale is there, we can use that particular map, convention signs are there, Toposheet numbers are there. And what is the use of the map? Yes, we have a wide variety of the use of the maps are there. The rapidly growing population of the world and increasing the complexity of the modern life, it is increasing day by day pressure on the natural resources. How you can maintain them for the next generation. That is a very, very crucial one. And the planning has to be done properly, and the physical and the social environment should not be hampered with the pollutions which have been made by the increase in the population, and whatever the production of the food is there, that has to be maintained proper. Otherwise, if it is mishap, then it has become a very, very problem in the future. So here we can see now the map is not only done, it has been required for so many people. In the center we have seen the geographers are there, agriculturists, historians, tourists also going to use. Nowadays in your smartphone also we are using the GPS now. Then the planners, those who are the planners which are there, whether in a small corporation also area, if you want to have the sewage line, then how the sewage line has to be made, the proper map planning has been done. Social scientists are required to make the planning for the future. Economics are required. What will be the future planning has to be done. Whether it should not be, the GDP should not be go up or go down. So that planning has to be done. Then the geologists are required, the maps to make the extraction of the various resources from the surface of the earth or inner part of the earth. So this is what we have, the plan which are required. Now what are the important problems which we can for the problems we can use the map? First one, environmental problem. Nowadays it is a very, very crucial one. If you go to the Delhi, nowadays it is a very, very crucial one. The whatever the air is there, it is completely polluted now. There will be a global warming is there. We have a threat. We find out that the whatever the temperature, rain, it is everything has been changed now. Say the whatever the Rajasthan is there, it is having the flood. For example, this year or last year we have seen the Gulf countries have the snowfall. There is a flood in Saudi Arabia. So this is the remarkable. That is a global warming. Building of roads, houses, dams. We require the maps. Flood control system. That is a disaster management. We are requiring that particular part. Then smart cities. It has been announced by the government, and for this it is a require the maps. Planning as that. Soil erosion. Those normally we have due to the soil erosion we have a huge disaster which has taken place in the northeast areas last year, this year also. Then land use of the forest. Then the population distribution, migration, how this is also there. So for this particular part also it is will require is the map filling. What is the map filling? Map filling is an area is an art showing the distribution of various natural, cultural, economic and social element in the outline of the map of the world. So you want to, if I given you a plain world map and I told you to give me just the important cities of the world. So whatever you are making the filling over there, these are called as the map filling. So these are with the various signs, colors, symbols we can make out, and that is called as the map filling. And for the required the distribution location, that will be color symbols which we are going to use into that. For example, here we have shown that in the plain paper, road has been shown, railway line is there. On that railway line and road, there is will be the bridge is there. That bridge is also shown. Then we have the area cultivated is there. That is also been shown. Yes, so these are the things which will be shown in that, and which place is there nearby, that is a Rampur, and whatever the distribution of cotton, rice, that also we can show into that particular area. So these are the symbols which we are going to use to show the various commodities and their distribution. And for example, for a rice we can use R, capital R, whereas for the wheat we can use the W. And with that also we can show on the map the various distribution of that particular area. Similarly, roses, different colors are used for the different one. That is also the color symbols which we are going to use. Green color for the vegetation we can use, red color for the various important role in our life, that will be part. But these are the important color symbols which are water bodies which are there, they have been shown with the blue. In that blue also we will find out there is dark blue is there. That means the ocean is very depth one. If it is light blue, it is a shallow water. Whereas railway lines, they have been shown by the black line, and the small lines will be cut over them. Forest will be shown by green. Agriculture, cultivated land is shown by yellow line. Roads are shown by red lines. Town, villages are shown by a red one. Relief, that is the attitudes. Yes, the elevations which are there, they have been shown by the brown. These are the contours we can make out. So here we can use the various color. R for the symbol R will represent red color. B for blue, and green represented by G. But brown, BR. B capital and R small. And Y, it is yellow. With this, we can fill up the map, and we can see this is the way we can represent the thing in that particular map, and we can show the areas which have been covered. So this is the one is topographic map, second one is physiographic map, and with the colors also we have shown that forest area, where is the thick forest is there, whereas we have the light forest, and wherever the brown is there, that is the elevated part that has been shown. The political maps, road maps. So these are the things. The forest map with the symbols also we can show the forest. Similar one, natural vegetation with the color code we can give the symbols, and you can see over there latitudes and longitudes are already marked. Then the political map of India, then political map India with the color we have been used showing the different states. After this information, we'll go for some exercise. And this is with the play, with the small things, we can make a world map of showing the continent and the ocean. The map is not clear, but you can see here. This is the clear one, 7 continents which are there, and we have 5 oceans. You have to remember the names. What we have, the 7 continents. All the 7 continents which are there, 6 will be start with the alphabets A, and only 1 is there with the E. Start from your left hand. Is from your side, Asia, then go down, Australia, then come into the middle, Europe, Africa, Antarctica, North America, South America. Except the Europe, we'll have the rest one is with the A. North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Asia, and Antarctica. So these are the 7 continents are there. In between these 7 continents, we have the oceans. Which are the major oceans are there? Atlantic Oceans is there, Arctic Ocean is there, and the Pacific Ocean is there. Then we have the Indian Ocean is there. So these are the major oceans. So the continents and oceans. This is one exercise. So you have to remember the names of that particular. Now the world map of mountain ranges. So you have to ask the question. You have to fill up that particular. A mark will be given, and you have to identify the particular mountain will be available in that particular continent. For example, North America, there will be Rocky Mountains on the left and right hand side, that is the Appalachian Mountains. Come to the south one, that is the what we have, the mountain which is present is on the south we have the Andes mountain is there. So North America having 2, one is Rocky, second one is Appalachian, and in the south we have the Andes mountains. Now come to the African one. In the Africa we have 2 mountains are there, one on the top, one on the bottom, whereas in the Europe, in the Ural mountain is there in that particular Russia part. Then in Asia we have the Himalayan ranges which we will be having that particular part. Then in Australia there will be a great mountain ranges are there, and these are the what we have the questions we have written. That is the name of 2 mountain ranges in North America, that is Rockies Mountain and Appalachian Mountains, whereas the name of a mountain range in Australia is Green Dividing Range, and the name of the mountain range in South America is Andes, and the mountain range present between the border of India and China is the Himalayas. This is again I shown with this world major mountain ranges, the same part which will be repeatedly. In addition, there are some more mountains have been shown. For example, Himalayas, Karakoram, this is Ural. These are present on the Asian continents, whereas the mountain range in Australia, great divining range. North we have the Rockies and Appalachian. South is the Andes, and name 2 mountains in Africa, Atlas and Ravensbrück. Deserts of the world. Yes, this is again important. Now, the deserts which are there, the bigger deserts in Asia is the Asian Desert, Thar Desert, Gobi Deserts, whereas the deserts in North and South America, North we have Sonoran Desert, in South we have Atacama Desert in Chile, and the name of 2 deserts in Africa, there is Kalahar and Sahara. And the name of desert in Australia is the Great Sandy Desert. You can see very clearly the picture which will be there with this photographs. It will be clear. The labeling is also clear. Whenever you want to see, stop there and you can see, recollect and ask your friends, tell me the names and all that. So within a 1 or 2 minutes, you will remember the deserts, mountains, everywhere. Now the next one is the world's earthquake prone areas. Yes, so those are the majority. We know the continents. 7 continents are there. They have been separated out, and in between this we have the plate boundaries are there. We have continental plates. We have the oceanic plates are there, and where these two plates are colliding, there is the earthquake prone areas are there. For example, America is a very famous one, San Francisco. Now, 100 years happened the last earthquake, and anytime there will be a prediction that minimum 100 years are required to have the next consecutive, because that much years are required to store the energy in the rocks. And now that has been happened, and anytime in North America we are going to see another big disaster due to this earthquake in San Francisco. Then in Asia, we know Bhuj, Latur, these are the two places in India. Tabai and Tinging is in China. There's Nepal also. We have the earthquake which is happening this year. We have seen now. Then South America, Peru, Chile, and Colombia. And this is what we have the global seismographic maps where we call it as a ring of fire. Another map is there. You can see the plate tectonic. A ring of fire has been shown, how this map has been prepared. Then distribution of populations, how the population has been distributed. You can see from that graph itself, we can come to know that the China and India, they have the majority of the population of the world. But in addition, then we have Africa, then come to the next part is North, South America, then North America. So these are the major part. Europe is also there. So after the Asia, then we have the Africa, then we have Europe, then we have the North, then we have the South America. So these are the what we have the map. So here what we have, this particular question which are asked, what is the theme of the map? That is a pictorial form. Then the next one, which catastrophic technique is used to represent this graph? That is a pictorial form. Name the two countries having highest population in Asia, China and India. Now 2023, China, India has succeeded the China, and India is number 1 and China is number 2. Compare the population of the Europe and Africa, 7 to 10. What is the population of Australia and why? It is 22 crores 45 because there may be the climatic conditions are adverse. So we have a very less population is there in that particular area. That is the location, climate, that is the main area for that particular. So this is can have the density. You can see the India, it is proudly shown because it is number 1. Then we have the China, then we have the African countries, then we have the Europe. Most populated cities. Now the map, we are giving an example, such type of things will be put it on the map. So you have to plot. Name the most populated cities in the following countries. In the Central America, we have the Miami. In South America, Rio de Janeiro is there. Then Asia, Lahore, Delhi, Jakarta, Mumbai, Bangkok. These are the places are there. In Africa, Nairobi, Cairo, and Pretoria, and Europe, Poland, and Italy. This is what we have, the populations and the area which has been given in this map. Then the next exercise is that selected million cities. In which are the million cities are there? Yes, write the names of the million cities in the following continents. Say North America, Mexico City, New York is there, then Toronto. These are the 3 important cities which are there. They comes under the million. South America, there is Sao Paulo, Mexico City, Rio de Janeiro is there. Then in Asia, Shanghai, Karachi, Mumbai, and Kolkata. Then in Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and Perth. These are the places where you can get the population. You can see in especially in Australia, you will find out on the lower side the population is there more part. Next one, major forest regions, and you can see the questions. Write the two regions and coniferous forest in the world in North America, Europe and Asia. These are the three places where we have the coniferous forest will be there. Name the two areas of the temperate hardwood forests are found. The eastern parts of United States, Canada and most Europe and part of China and Japan. Name the two continents where tropical hardwood forests are found: Africa, Australia, Brazil and parts of Asia. You can have, this is the pictures of that particular area, the population part. Name the most populated rivers in North America: Mississippi, Tennessee River, Cuyahoga, Holston and Harpeth. The name of the most populated river in Australia, the King River. The name two most populated river in Asia: Ganges River, Yellow River, High River, Pole River, Ambur River and Ganga. These are the can see the various rivers which are flowing, the most polluted rivers. And these are the exercise which is given in the book. I have been copied down, so you can check it out. With this you can make out your exercise and try to familiar with the map and try to recollect. And some of the questions have been prepared, so this type of questions will be we are going to ask you in your paper, that is define the small scale, define large scale map, what is the color is used to indicate that dash, whether forest, village, watercolor, road, railways, define latitudes, longitude, define map, give the names of the continents or mark the different continents, name the oceans or mark the oceans, name the smallest continent, name the largest continent, name the continent present in the north hemisphere, give the names which are present on the south and the major earthquake zones area. And this particular video, we want to acknowledge all the authors of the book and State Publishers Private Limited Mumbai for using their book, MAC book in EVS, that is Environmental Studies, for the FY BCom Semester 1. And this is the DRT Kalsekar Degree College YouTube channel. So if you want to go visit this channel, there will be many videos will be uploaded now soon, and hope have a nice day. Thanks. Have a nice